This is Batman. I encourage you to go and subscribe to this channel because you get a lot of cool videos. Also, where's the Joker? How's it going, everybody? Shaun here. Joker? Joker! Joker! Whoops, I just dropped Nightwing! Joker! Here, the clown prince of crime! Yeah, I got Joker, and where's Harley? Where's Harley Quinn? Oh, there she is. Oh, Harley, you're my favorite tool in my box. Alright, that's better. Alright, hope you guys are having a fantastic July 2nd, 2020. We are already into July, folks. I didn't realize it yesterday, but we are into July. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, anyways, we're doing another Throwback Thursday video. Did you guys know that I almost got to be an Olympian? Yes. True fact, 2010, this all happened. Not a lot of people know about this, but yeah, I almost got to go to the Olympics for 2012, the Summer Olympics. Okay, so before I just continue on, I gotta explain why I almost got to be on an Olympic team. Back in the day when I was doing homeschool, I was involved in like a lot of different sports-related activities. When you're homeschooled, you're not really in like a school setting. You're at home and you're learning stuff at home by either your parents or maybe somebody that comes to your house and helps you learn stuff. Well, in this case, it was my mom. In this case, it was my mom because she actually taught in South LA for a number of years before she met my dad. So that's how she was able to help get me to where I'm at today to get through college. So when I was in like middle school, I'd say like around 3rd to 4th grade, I started doing sports activities. And one of them I did for 3 years, and that was minor leagues or baseball. And I did that for a good 3 years. It was a long time. I got to be on 3 different teams. I did like 2 or 3 different summer camps. I'm not sure if there was a winter camp or not, but I did like a bunch of their stuff. My first team was the Toronto Blue Jays. We're talking fake teams, but you know, it was like a league, being on a baseball league. The first team was the Toronto Blue Jays. The second team was the New York Mets. And at that time, one of my absolute number one players was Mike Piazza. And I was like, I got to have his number 31 because at the time he was playing for the New York Mets and his number was 31. And he used to play for us. And I was like, he was like my favorite baseball player ever, and he still is to this day, even though he's retired and all. I literally begged my coach to give me 31. He got me 31. I was happy as heck, you know. I actually got me a little Mike Piazza Lego figure that I got from the Dodgers clubhouse. It's either Lego or Roblox. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's basically a Lego figure of Mike Piazza when he was on the Dodgers. This is a pretty cool little piece. It's up here on my desk. Then my third team that I got to play, which was my last team, was the Anaheim Angels. So that was actually a lot of fun. So yeah, I got to do baseball for a while. Then after that, I guess we decided that it was enough with baseball. And at that time, some things were going on with the family, like sad things. My grandmother, she passed away during that time, my dad's mom. I remember she came to the games a couple of times, and after she had passed away, even Grandpa came down to see them. After that, I got into basketball. I started doing that when I was in high school, and that actually lasted for, well, it's interesting because it lasted for maybe a year and a half, and then it stopped, and then I went back. I actually have little pictures up here on my wall. You may have seen them in my videos if I show the wall. I have a picture of me when I was on my first team, which was the Miami Heat. The second one was the Terrapins, which is actually a college team. And the last team, which was actually coached by my dad, is the Houston Rockets. And we almost won our championship game, but we lost by only 2 points. So, and it was to the, who was it that we lost to? Oh, the Celtics, the Boston Celtics. They were a really good team. And then I went back a year later, and then I did the Tarpons, yeah. And we actually won the championship that year. We really almost, like, lost the game. Like, right in the very beginning, like, first half of the game, we were losing badly. And then we somehow were able to get back the lead, and we won. That was my last year in basketball. But during that same time, I was also doing golfing. And boy, was I bad. Like, I could not hit that thing straight to save my life. It was ridiculous. There were a few times where I did hit it straight, but man, I was just not good. Till finally one day I was just like, I'm gonna take a break from this. I retire. So after basketball, golf, I didn't do any other sports until I'd say around 2010. That's when I started doing archery. There's a little place out in Sepulveda, near the Sepulveda Dam / basin, whatever you want to call it, and it has an archery range. And you can basically shoot bows and arrows over there. And they let us, like, borrow some of their equipment there free, basically. It was like a training place where people can go and shoot bows and arrows. And this went on for a while. This might actually started back in 2009, because it went on for quite a while, because we spent numerous weekends over there just going over there, shooting bows and arrows and all. And, at first, you don't, it's not great, but then it's like as you get better at it, you're really getting good, right? And I was really starting to get good. In fact, what they would do sometimes is that, just to have a little fun, they would put like these little white lifesavers on the targets, and they basically would have us like try to see if we could shoot it. And I actually hit it numerous times as they did that. And as I was doing this, I realized what they were doing. They did it specifically with me and like a couple of other people because they were watching us, because they were trying to see how good we were in terms of like targets at certain distances. And the more I was able to hit the targets, the more I started realizing that something's starting to happen here. So it was at that point, near getting close to the end of my run with this archery range, that they were talking with me and also my dad about me specifically joining the Olympic team that would go to the Olympics in 2012. So that was pretty cool to hear that, because they were saying that they were going to have me train a little bit longer, might do a few competitions here and there in the state, and then that was when I would officially be a part of the team. Basically, these state competitions would also be my guarantee of being on the Olympic team no matter what. So I was like, cool. So I started doing more like actual archery stuff there, but as time went along, it was getting close to the point where I was really starting to cram for classes, because this one particular semester in 2010, I had like 5 really bad and difficult classes. I mean, they were bad. I shouldn't say they were bad. I meant to say that they were difficult. I mean, they were good classes, but man, they were difficult. And it was right around that time when they were going to start doing like the actual competitions and all. And I'm just like, you know what? It's either going to be college or this other thing. And, 2012, if I had to do these competitions, I would have to spend weeks over there doing nothing but archery. And I would have to travel around and do these other competitions and then basically train for the Olympics. And then I would have to go to the Olympics officially. And God only knows how long I'd be there. And then after that, it'd be like, what happens next, right? So the more me and my folks talked about it, it just seemed like it wasn't going to, fit into our agenda, basically, which was to get me through college and have me get my associate's degree at the time. And it was like, it's probably better off if I don't do the Olympics. But it was getting to a point where I almost was basically given a spot on the Olympic team, because I was that good. That was quite an experience. And you know what, to be honest with you, since then, I haven't picked up a bow and arrow. I mean, I can still do the moves. Every once in a while, I'll just do this and, just kind of go through the moves and all that. Do I regret not going to the Olympics? I mean, there's both pros and cons. I mean, I would have loved to have traveled out there. Where was the 2012 Olympics? I don't remember exactly where it was located. Hold on, let me see if I can remember where it was. Okay, that was in London. I would have loved to have been in London, guys. That would have been like an amazing experience to go to London. I don't have any regrets, because obviously me getting a college degree was significantly better at the moment. But I mean, it's like once you get to the Olympics, it's like, well, what happens after that, right? Not a whole lot, unless you go back to the 2016 Olympics. Was it worth going to this place? Absolutely. I had a blast. Me and my dad had a blast. I think my mom went there a couple of times, but she didn't really try the bows and arrows. But We both had a blast. We really actually had a fun time. It was a good father and son bonding moment, but the whole process of me going through the Olympics and all that would not have been a fun experience, in my opinion. I mean, going to London, now that I see it was, now that I remember it was for the London Olympics, it just would have been a huge hassle. Plus, I don't know if they would cover the traveling cost or we would have to pay for it. In terms of like sponsorships, I had no idea because we were brand new to this whole thing. So we didn't know exactly how this was all going to work out. But it was fun. It was a fun experience, and I would love to be able to go back there and see the place. I have been considering going out there because I'm thinking that they have the place open. I mean, it's close by to the Sepulveda Basin, Sepulveda Dam. It's a natural wildlife reserve. And if I do a vlog out there, I'll show you guys where the archery range was. But it was definitely a lot of fun. And it's open to basically anybody, basically, that has anything to do with archery. You can use bow and arrow there. They don't allow crossbows, but they do have a place, like, outside of this small enclosed range where you can use a crossbow, I think. I'm not positive about that. And what actually brought this up, me bringing up the story, was that when I was at Big Five, when I purchased my dad a couple of things for Father's Day, there was a gentleman that was walking out with a bow and arrow, like a brand new bow. And I'm like, they sell that stuff here? So I was like, oh, hey, I should probably look into that and see if I could get myself a target or something and get myself a few bows and arrows. Really, one of my inspirations was Green Arrow. I actually have his figure up here on the comment corner. So on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. It's greatly appreciated. And by the way, I just realized if I had gone and done the archery, I probably would not have done YouTube, to be honest with you. I would be out in London, and after that, who knows what. I would have never started YouTube. I probably would never have started working at Universal Studios Hollywood. Yeah, crazy. Also, be sure to check out my other channels. Speaking of YouTube, check out my other channels. The educational series, the one that started it all. The vlog series. Oh, this is the vlog series. Sorry, this is the vlog series, the design video series, and the travel town series. You can find me on Instagram. The link is down below in the description of this video, as well as my P.O. Box address. Thank you so much for watching. In CNCC in Hollywood. Still not in Hollywood. I'm at home. That, my friends, is a wrap. See you tomorrow.